Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start chapter 554 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. After warning Yao Qingtan, Xiantian Yaozu decisively hung up the phone. Have we located them? We've located them, Miss Morgan. The call was received in Seoul, South Korea, near the Gangnam district. Inside a computer room, a hacker technician zoomed in on the map, pinpointing the call's location. It seems like your disciple has been abducted by Chun Yuan to South Korea. Recently, South Korea has been facing a financial crisis, and it looks like it's Chun Yuan's doing. He controls artificial intelligence technology and can wield unimaginable power on the internet. South Korea's financial system has collapsed, evaporating countless fortunes. We don't know how many families have been ruined. If we don't control this power and let Chun Yuan freely loot and pillage wealth, it would be a catastrophic disaster for the whole world. For world peace, and to maintain order, Chun Yuan must be eliminated. Tina Morgan spoke with righteous indignation, as if Chun Yuan were a villain deserving of the highest punishment. After all, it was the same heroic rhetoric used by the US, the world's self-proclaimed force of good, seeing everyone else as the evil side. Don't talk so grandly about world peace. It's just your country's hegemonic behavior. It has nothing to do with me. I just want to rescue Qingtan. Now that we've located them in South Korea, let's act swiftly. Not so fast. I'll arrange a private jet to South Korea soon. But now that we've tracked Yao Qingtan's location, Chun Yuan will likely already know. I need to make a call to lock down all airports in South Korea to prevent him from escaping back to China. It's much easier to handle him here than back in China. Tina Morgan's beautiful face suddenly darkened, exuding an intense aura of killing intent. Since South Korea maintained good relations with the US, it was considered one of America's allies. Many large enterprises in South Korea were influenced by American capital. The Seoul Society had considerable power in South Korea. Tina Morgan made a call, and soon after, all flights from South Korea were canceled. Meanwhile, Chun Yuan was in a great mood. He had just dismissed Lin Shudong and had scheduled a meeting with Nyako at a restaurant. As he was about to leave, he suddenly heard a system prompt in his mind. Yao Qingtan, affection 1. Current affection, 93 points. Huh? The affection dropped. Chun Yuan thought. Master, I intercepted a phone call made to Yao Qingtan from Australia. Wang Kai's voice sounded in his Bluetooth headset. Play it. Understood, Master. A few seconds later, a phone recording started playing through the headset. It was clear that it was a conversation between Xiantian Yaozu and Yao Qingtan, with the former warning her about Chun Yuan. The conversation seemed to shake her resolve. Master, I found out that hackers have located Yao Qingtan's call. Her location has been exposed. More hackers? Looks like Yaozu and Tina are really working together. The worst-case scenario had come true. Chun Yuan had expected this situation, but with his 300-point enhanced blood lock, what did it matter if they joined forces? Around 10 p.m., Chun Yuan and Nyako secretly met in a presidential suite of a 5-star hotel. When Kyuko saw Chun Yuan, she immediately peeled off the face mask she had been wearing. Due to wearing the mask for a long time, her skin had been suffocating, and now, a few pimples had appeared on her otherwise flawless face. This your face? Chun Yuan exclaimed. Don't worry, boss. It's a small price to pay for your plan, Kyuko replied, her beautiful face slightly flustered. Seeing him again, she felt a surge of emotions. She admired this man for his wisdom and strength, as well as the trust he had placed in her. Kyuko had once been loyal to the Seoul Society, but was never blindly loyal. She always strove to excel, and Chun Yuan could provide that for her. I didn't think of this. Wearing the mask all the time can cause such serious skin problems, Chun Yuan said thoughtfully. I'll get you some ointment. Remember to apply it after taking off the mask. Suddenly, Chun Yuan placed his hand on Kyuko's cheek and gently stroked it. The unexpected intimate gesture left her dumbfounded. Although I admire him, this is so sudden. I wasn't prepared. Kyuko's heart raced as she felt a fluttering sensation in her chest. The atmosphere between them grew more ambiguous. At that moment, Kyuko felt Chun Yuan's care and affection. It was a warm feeling, one she had never experienced before. Even someone as strong as the king of assassins needed a strong shoulder to rely on. With an affection rating of 95 points, any further intimate actions from Chun Yuan would no longer make her uncomfortable. Name: Nyako. Appearance: 9.0. Due to the pimples, her appearance has declined and carries a risk of disfigurement. Body: 9.8. Perfect figure. Health: 8.8. Skin disease. Physical condition: 91. Genetically enhanced body. Remaining enhancement points: 300. Would you like to enhance this simp of yours? The system asked. Enhance. Ding. System enhancement. Enhancement complete. As Kyuko felt her heart racing, she noticed a warm current flowing from Chun Yuan's palm. It was a special energy that rushed through her body, from the crown of her head to the rest of her body, rapidly transforming her. The pimples on her face immediately fell off, and her skin became flawless, as smooth as jade. However, what shocked her even more was that the energy had broken through a certain barrier in her body. The entire world seemed to slow down in her perception. Her mind was clearer, her senses sharper, and her strength increased. Is this the third stage? Kyuko was astonished. She had always known how powerful Chun Yuan was, but she never expected him to be capable of such terrifying feats. With just a touch, he helped her break through the third stage genetic lock. Kyuko thought, shocked. According to Skull Society's top secret files, no external force can help someone break through their genetic lock unless... Kyuko's heart couldn't help but start trembling. It was because of her sufficient knowledge that she deeply understood how terrifying Chun Yuan's methods were just now. It had completely shattered her understanding. Such miraculous techniques were almost godlike. Bosses, actually? For a moment, she looked at Chun Yuan with admiration and awe from the depths of her heart. Chun Yuan was so mysterious. Just when you thought you knew him inside out, you suddenly realized that what you knew was merely the tip of the iceberg. It was too unbelievable, too terrifying, too incredible. So, I actually know nothing about Boss's strength. Nyako, affection +1. Nyako, affection +1. Current affection, 97 points. Ding. The affection of licking dog target Nyako has broken through 97 points, rewarding +20 affection. Current remaining enhancement points, 310. In the unparalleled shock and fear, Kyuko's eyes became dazed. But with that came an overwhelming joy. She had finally broken through. A further step forward. The feeling of growth and strength had not appeared in such a long time. No matter how hard she trained, her physical abilities and fitness had already reached their limit, and she could no longer improve through training. It was like an extreme athlete. No matter how hard you train, there will always be a limit to your body's explosive potential. This limit was nearly impossible to break. However, once you break the genetic shackles in your body, you can increase your health bar by 1, which not only boosts strength, but also allows for further progress. All of this was brought to her by Chun Yuan. At this moment, Chun Yuan looked at Kyuko's data, which had changed. Name: Nyako. Appearance: 9.8 points, peerless beauty. Figure: 9.9 points, unparalleled beauty. Health: 9.9 points, very healthy. Physique: 101 points, low-level genetic evolution body. Host's current remaining enhancement points, 310. When the abscess on Kyuko's face fell off, her stunning, fish-sinking, flower-shaming beauty reappeared. She was simply mesmerizing. Her bright eyes and white teeth, delicate eyebrows, clear skin, and soft complexion made her look like a goddess. Every frown, every smile, every movement was breathtakingly beautiful. You could hardly find any flaws on her face. The problem was that this enhancement didn't seem to improve her appearance. Still 9.8 points. Until now, the system had never rated a 9.9 point beauty. Perhaps there was no such thing as a perfect goddess with 9.9 points in the world. 9.8 points might already be the limit. The higher the beauty, the more difficult the increase. Perhaps 9.9 points only existed in imagination. However, the 9.9 point figure was indeed a peerless beauty. Full, round, slender, these words could really be applied to a single person. Kyuko, you're truly beautiful. Chun Yuan couldn't help but praise her. Chun teacher. Kyuko lowered her head, her expression flushed with beauty. She looked at Chun Yuan with a gaze that seemed to carry a hint of desire. The night passed without a word. The next morning, Hyuko put on her human skin mask and left the presidential suite of the five-star hotel. She had an important meeting to attend today. Chun Yuan had spent the whole night teaching her how to make the human skin mask. Hyuko's learning ability and comprehension were both very strong, and she quickly mastered the art of disguise. Master, as of now, all flights from the kimchi country to other countries have stopped operating. However, just 10 minutes ago, a private plane from Australia arrived at Seoul Airport. According to the global surveillance satellite images, Tina Morgan and Xiantian Yaozu have already arrived in the kimchi country and are likely to make dangerous moves against you. Wang Kai's voice came through the Bluetooth headset. The next second, Chun Yuan's phone popped up several surveillance photos. Chun Yuan casually flipped through them. They've already arrived, huh? Why are they blocking the airport? Do they think I'm going to run away by plane? If I really wanted to escape, would they think blocking the airport would stop me? Chun Yuan couldn't help but mock. Sure enough, before Chun Yuan finished complaining, on the other side, Xiantian Yaozu, who had just left Seoul Airport, frowned. I think your actions now are completely overreacting. Chun Yuan himself possesses an extremely high level of disguise techniques. He may be even better than I am at this. By locking down the airport, you're essentially telling him we've arrived. If he changes his identity and face, he could disappear in the sea of people, and we wouldn't be able to find him. Yaozu sneered, thinking Tina Morgan's actions were foolish. Western barbarians were really no match for strategy. Humph. Tina snorted coldly in response. How dare this old man question her decision? Do you think that if we don't block the airport, Chun Yuan wouldn't know that we've arrived in the kimchi country? He controls artificial intelligence and is everywhere on the internet. As long as there's a surveillance camera, Chun Yuan will be able to lock onto us. From the moment you called Yao Qingtan, our movements were already exposed. Even our joint action might already be known to him. The real reason for blocking the airport isn't to prevent Chun Yuan from escaping, but to stop him from asking for help from Huaxia country. I don't agree with your explanation. You hype up artificial intelligence so much. If we don't use any electronic devices and rely on my disguise technique, the two of us could find Chun Yuan silently, then ambush him and kill him. Now, our movements are exposed. He'll be prepared. Who knows what kind of schemes he'll set up to deal with you? Always being calculated by others is just stupid. Yaozu's mockery instantly enraged Tina. Given her status, even the head of the Morgan family would show respect before her. And the head of the Morgan family was a highly influential figure. Even the bigwigs at the White House would give her 7 points of respect. Such an explanation showed just how high Tina's status was in the U.S. However, Xiantian Yaozu was also a great master. In the late Qing dynasty, even the emperor had to show respect to him. You, a Western barbarian woman, who are you to take charge? Who do you think is stupid? You want to die? Old woman, do you think I'm afraid of you? In an instant, a tense atmosphere erupted. Tina had already made up her mind that once she took care of Chun Yuan, this old man would have to pay for his actions. She hated being called old woman more than anything. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. Also, if you know other fans who were reading this manhwa but stopped because it got axed, share this video with them. The more support we get, the more motivation we'll have to keep making these videos. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.